absolutely knackered. I'm so tired and I've got such a headache, and I've had a headache since last night. I kept waking up during the night. Actually, when I was trying to fall asleep, I already had like a headache along the side of my head, and then throughout the night I kept waking up because, and maybe not because of this headache, but every time I woke up I was aware of the headache. And just throughout the day it's kind of been creeping in and out, and it's been different kinds of headache. Sometimes it's like one part of my head, other times it's this part of my head, sometimes it's more of a throbbing, sometimes it's like a movement headache. I shouldn't have done that. So it's weird and I don't really know what's caused it, and I've been really tired this evening. It wasn't so bad during the day, but this evening I've been really tired, and I don't really know why, because yeah, I went to bed quite late last night. I think it was only around 1 in the morning. No, surely it wasn't that late. I can't remember now. It was definitely after midnight, I think. But then I was able to sleep till about 9 o'clock, so it's not like I had such a bad night. Yeah, I did wake up a couple of times during the night, but it didn't feel enough to warrant me being this tired now. But maybe it is the headache, and maybe also, and this is also something I think might be causing the headache, it's very, very warm on the ship, very warm. And obviously I'm spending a lot of time on the ship in this warm environment, and I think also you're being rocked, so that makes you more sleepy. And then on top of that, I think the heat just probably isn't helping the head. I've been trying to drink loads of water, but it's probably too little too late. But I'm just gonna keep trying that because I have nothing else I can do. And I'm so grateful because tomorrow is my day off, which just works out perfectly because I will try and sleep as much as I can to just sleep off this headache and this tiredness. And then hopefully we can be back up. Tomorrow night is my longest night, and it should be really good fun, I'm hoping. But I just hope that I'm sort of alive enough for it. I was worried tonight because I had a quiz later than I usually would have it, and I could feel myself being tired and headachy and just not knowing if I would have the energy. But obviously I still gave it my all, and luckily the crowd was really helpful. The audience was really good today, so that's a good start. And they definitely helped me. But there was one point where I genuinely thought I was going to throw up, which was scary, especially because I don't tend to throw up at all, really. I will force myself to not throw up because I hate the thought of it so much. And I'm sorry about talking about this. I will put a disclaimer before, because I know that I get really sick even just thinking about it. So, but yeah, I felt like I was either going to pass out or vomit, and that wasn't, neither of those options seemed very fun. But I made it through, and it was a good night. It was a really good night. And I do think tomorrow's going to be a really good night as well. I just need to look after myself and really try and get some sleep. This next couple of hours. And then I do have some things that I would like to do tomorrow, some things that I probably should do tomorrow, and some things that I'm just like, it'd be nice, but no need. Anyway, I am very tired, as you can tell. Today we went to a place called Andernach, I think it's called, and it's near Koblenz in Germany, but it's a bit of a middle of nowhere kind of place. But it was sweet, and the weather was gorgeous. It was so lovely, and it was also a beautiful sunset. I missed the actual sunset, but dusk was lovely. So I got a bunch of pictures, which you can have a look at on the thing that I'll link down below where it says purchase my pictures. You don't need to pay for them to see them, so you can just click on that link and see what is going on. I've just realised though you might have to scroll back quite a bit because by the time you're watching this I probably would have uploaded loads more pictures. But anyway, I am sleepy, I am tired, and I need to look after myself. So I'm gonna head to bed, and I will speak to you all whenever I next speak to you. Goodbye. Hello. So last night, I think it was, I spoke about the fact that I was tired and had a headache, and it didn't really make any sense. And to be honest, still don't really know what caused it. Obviously, I did think it came down to the heat of the ship and dehydration, and I have been making an effort to drink a lot more. But I also was able to sleep in a fair bit. Actually, it wasn't even that much, I think, because I went to bed quite late. I think I went to bed at around midnight, and then got up around maybe 10, so still sleeping. But also not like I got a huge amount more sleep than I usually would. I don't know, maybe it was a bit more. Anyway, that sleep in, plus having a pretty chill day, to be honest, plus drinking more water, I feel so much better today. I had no headache whatsoever and didn't feel tired at all. And it's now, again, midnight. I've not even got to bed yet. And I don't even feel, I feel a little bit tired, but I don't feel exhausted or anything like that. I could have stayed up for longer. So that's good. That feels good. But I am going to get ready for bed now because it is late. I have another pretty chill day tomorrow, so that's nice. Although I do need to try and learn some songs, because I've said that I'm going to sing a couple of songs, and then someone else actually asked me today if I'm going to sing some songs because they said I had a good voice, and I was like, how do you know that? And apparently it was just because they could hear me singing along. So I feel like I need to do, because I said to them I might do 2 or 3, and they were like, no, do 5, 6, 7 or 8. So we shall see, because they need to be Christmas songs. I definitely can do Santa Baby. I will most probably do Never Fall in Love with an Elf. I can do Love to Keep Me Warm, but it's not at all popular. No one will know it. I can probably do Rocking Around the Christmas Tree. I probably could get away with that. We'll have to have a listen, have a look, see what I can do. Don't really think I've got much else to report, so I'm going to leave it here for now, and I will see you all later. Hello everyone! It's the end of another cruise, and now we are coming into our final 2 cruises, which is kind of mental that it's already almost over. I've had a lovely, lovely week. It's been so good. It's been the first week with a new cruise director, not brand new, someone I did know already, but not someone I've worked with before, so I was a little bit apprehensive going into it, but it's been so good. I wasn't worried. They are nice, and I knew that in advance, but you never know how you're going to work with someone like that, or someone new, I mean. But the first 5 days have really been a success, if you ask me. I can't remember what I've spoken about and what I haven't. The airport day was mostly good, mostly really good, but we had 12 people who were not happy, and justifiably so, but they took their anger out on me, which was not so nice. And they sort of seemed to hang on to that anger for a good 24 hours, but it has subsided, so that's nice, and they're all being friendly to me now. Just you wait for tomorrow. But in my opinion, this cruise has been the perfect balance of working and time off, and then in my time off, being really productive and being really chill. I just feel like I've hit all the marks this week. So I'm feeling really good. And now we've got 1 week, which is going to be the week of Christmas. And then that final week, I've got a friend who's going to be coming to stay. So I'm really looking forward to that, obviously. And then we've got our flights as well. Originally, they booked my flight for Saturday, and I've told them countless times that I can't fly Saturday, so I immediately emailed them back and I'm like, I'm really sorry, but I can't fly on Saturday. Please, can you move it? And luckily, they were able to. Unfortunately, they've had to move it to the Sunday. I was hoping for the Friday, but it's all right. So I'm leaving Sunday around 2 o'clock is my flight, so probably a bit earlier that I'll be leaving the ship. And then I have a week with my friend in Ireland, and then it's back to the UK and back to real life and figuring out what on earth I'm gonna do with my life. But hey, we've still got time for that. Still got 3 weeks before I need to freak out. I've also, in the last couple of days, suddenly had loads of auditions come through. I say loads, it wasn't that many, it was like 3, but that was nice. Because the thing about doing seasonal work is that you don't really tend to get a lot of auditions come through because you can't attend any of the in-person bits. Whereas now we're finally getting to that point where the in-person auditions are in January, so I can be there for that. And it's just so nice. Someone please hire me. So yeah, all in all, I'm feeling really good. Also, the hair is doing its thing. I washed it, I think it was 2 days ago, and I didn't really do much to it when I washed it. Usually I have a whole routine and everything that I do, but I really didn't put much effort into it. I have been sleeping with it with a scrunchie instead of my normal hair tie, and I've tried to sleep with it in a sort of satin cap or whatever it's called, but by the time I wake up in the morning, it's off my head, so I don't know how long it actually stays on for. But so far, I haven't had to do anything, and I feel pretty happy about it. I'm also singing tonight for the first time in a very long time, and I'm really looking forward to just being able to sing. Because that was the reason I originally took the job, and I did it loads in the summer, had really positive feedback, as you would have seen from lots of my vlogs, and then for some reason in the winter it just wasn't happening. Admittedly, the cruises are shorter, so maybe there just wasn't time for it. I don't know, I've missed it. So I'm really looking forward to that. That's in about half an hour. And I'll do just a couple of songs. I'm not going to do a whole set. And then my musician will take over because then tomorrow is turnaround day and it's another early start for us. And then, as I say, we're into our Christmas week, which is crazy. I think that's all I want to say. I don't know where the vlogs end and start. I just film and film and film, and then eventually when I'm editing it, I'm like, right, this is too long. And my too long is anywhere between sort of 20 minutes and 40 minutes, just depending on where it makes sense to cut it. I mean, I don't need to tell you this, you've probably figured it out. I'm currently filming one of the vlogs that would be one of the more recent ones, because technically this clip is meant to be in the immediate one after it, but I'm not convinced. I have a feeling I'm going to be splitting this vlog up into 2, so maybe this is 2 vlogs later. As you can see, I have no idea what's going on. But I'm editing, I'm filming, I'm having a great time. Oh yeah, that's the other thing I was able to do a lot this week. I had a really good balance of going out and staying in, and I've really enjoyed that. And the weather's actually been really pleasant. It's been a bit rainy, but not freezing cold or anything, and I've really been fine. So those are all the updates I think I wanted to give at this point. As I say, don't know if this is the end of the vlog, the middle of the vlog, or maybe even the start of the vlog. But either way, I will see you very, very shortly. Goodbye. Hello, I've just finished my set. It was nice, it was fun, although the crowd wasn't very, I don't know, it was what it was, whatever. But I came back to my cabin and I was so confused because I opened the door and the light was on, and I never leave the light on. So already I was a bit like, is this my cabin? Have I walked into the wrong cabin? But no, it's definitely my cabin. And then eventually I noticed the laundry bag on my bed and I was like, right, I can live with that. But then I realised that there were no hanging clothes. Usually they hang all my clothes on these hooks here. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't have a problem with them going into my cupboard, but the head housekeeper once told me that they didn't want to put stuff in my cupboards because privacy reasons or whatever. So like, I was looking around, I was like, have they just not done my hanging stuff, or have they left it in the bag? But the bag doesn't look very full, so I was very confused. And then I could see, because this door doesn't close properly, I could see that my clothes were in there. And they put it in the right cupboard, so that's at least good, because I have got one cupboard which is my freshly clean clothes, and I've got one cupboard which is my worn ones but can probably wear again, because I don't believe in washing too frequently. That sounds gross, that's not what I meant. I just mean sometimes you wear an item of clothing and it doesn't need to go in the wash immediately. And for me, it used to be that would either go on the floor or on the chair, and I've now got a whole cupboard for it, so that's good. But yeah, that definitely stumped me when I walked in. But fresh, clean clothes, that's always good. I was hoping to make a video today actually about the clothes I packed for the winter season, but it didn't happen because I didn't have my clothes. Which is on me. I only brought it to the laundry room about 5 minutes before all the staff went on break, so fair enough. But maybe tomorrow, I should be back by about lunchtime, so maybe I can film it then, because I'll be in uniform, so I won't be wearing any clothes, and I'm not going to do it now because I need to go to bed. It's warm in here, it's warm everywhere. In here is my own fault though, I left the heating on. And I'm sleepy, gently being rocked to sleep. I was trying to do one of the auditions yesterday, or maybe not yesterday, whenever it was, and I could literally see on the camera that it was moving and it was swaying. Because I wasn't using this camera, I was using my phone with the flimsy little tripod, which is a very useful tripod because it extends really far. But it means that when the ship is moving, it's very, I don't know what the right word is for it, but it moves too. Ah well, you make do with what you can when you live on a ship. I'm struggling to keep my eyes open and focused, so I'm gonna call it here, and I'll see you whenever I see you next. Goodbye. Hello, good morning. I've just had the biggest plot twist that I just totally was not expecting, which is that I've been asked to move back to a guest cabin. I was speaking to my friend last night, who's coming over next week, and they said last night that it would be a lot more comfortable if we could be in a guest cabin, just because it's a bit bigger, a bit more space, a bit more, I don't know, it just feels better. And I wrote back and I said, there's no way. I keep asking the cruise director how full we are for the last week and it's just not going to happen. And then this morning, literally the first message I received in the morning was, Raquel, how would you feel about moving into 201, which is a guest cabin? My first reaction was just, are you for real? So they've said yes, and apparently they'd asked my musician first, and my musician said, no, Raquel should have it because she's going to have a friend over next week, which I just think is so lovely. And I feel really bad because the musician's room has had many problems since the winter season started, and I kept saying that they should be moved into a guest cabin if it was available, and I don't even know if it's fixed, so I don't know what's happening with them, but I'm very, very grateful. To be honest, I've not minded this cabin so much. It was terrible when there was the problems with the hot water because I A, obviously couldn't shower, but B, it stunk. It stunk so horribly I felt like I could barely breathe. But that passed luckily quite quickly. The air conditioning and heating unit works really well, so I'm happy about that. I love the desk. Even the shower curtain hasn't annoyed me as much this season, which is a nice thing because it used to really always stick to me, and it's still not ideal, but you know, I've not noticed it as much. The one reason why I cannot wait to get out of this cabin, and it's been driving me mad again since the hot water problems. It wasn't a problem when I first came in here, but since the hot water problems, I think in one of my vlogs you actually heard them doing stuff outside my cabin, and I don't know if that was related, I don't know what happened, but my toilet, when it flushes, it does a normal flush, and then it screeches, and it's so loud. I genuinely worry about my eardrums. It's horrible, and it hurts. I hate it. And I feel like if I go deaf early, it's going to be because of that. But aside from that, this cabin's been great. So, honestly, I wouldn't have minded staying in here till the end of the season, but it's nice to finish in a guest cabin. And it's nice to have my friend over in a guest cabin, it'll be nicer. So I need to pack, which I wasn't expecting. I said I'm going to move after lunch, because I've got a couple of things on between now and then. But what I might do is already carry some stuff up so I can already move a couple of things and then just have to carry one big case or something like that. I think that's my plan. I'm just gonna get started, I think. I think the first thing I'm gonna do is just pack my bag with as many notebooks and things I can see from my desk, and then we'll just work from there. And then I need to go quite soon. Oh, I need to go very soon. Maybe I won't do that then. No, I don't think I will. I'll come back later, and I'm sure I'll film it for you as well. Goodbye until then. Oh, there we go, that's my alarm to say I need to go. Goodbye. So, plot twist again. They need me to move as quick as I can, and I do have an activity, and I was gonna get there early, but now I'm just gonna have to get there like 2 minutes early. So I'm gonna strip the bed first, and then I think I'm just gonna bring up my hanging clothes as they are on the hangers, and then I'll put everything else, just dump it in my case, rather than trying to fit the clothes and everything else. It'll just be much faster, much easier, I hope. But I'll bring you to the beds first, because I also need to strip that one, I think. And we'll try and be quick. I think that's the bed's done. I've got a pile of laundry there. And now I'm just gonna grab my hangers, or my hanging clothes, which is all that, and try and bring that up. And then I need to stay upstairs and do my activity, and then I'll come back down and do the rest. What fun. So after I brought my hanging clothes up, I still had a couple of minutes, so I came back down and tried to pack as much as I could into my case. And I've emptied all the cupboards, I've emptied the bathroom, I've emptied almost everything except the desk, which, let me just show you, it's a little messy. Plus I've got a couple of things in these drawers as well, so I'm gonna start by putting as much as I can. There is actually still space in my suitcase, but I'm gonna start by fitting as much as I can into my bag, and then we'll work from there. That's the bulk of it. I'm just gonna throw the rest into my case and then bring everything upstairs and then let everyone know that I'm out of here, and then unpack, which is fun. It's annoying to have to unpack for like 2 weeks and then repack, but it's worth it. Also, have a look what's happening outside my cabin. I'm not entirely sure what's going on. Very strange. Anyway, I'm gonna finish this up and I will see you all later. Goodbye. All right, so I've made it to my cabin. Now what I forgot is that earlier I was in 202, so everything here is reversed, which isn't such a big deal, but when I went to lock the door, I was like, oh, I can't lock it the way I normally do because it's the other way. Aside from the toilet, one of the things I'm most excited about is having a window. Because I am the kind of person who would sleep with a window open in the winter anyway, and having it now, I really am looking forward to fresh air. Because the problem is the ship is quite warm anyway and it's quite dry. There's a lot of, like, the air is just not, I don't know, I can't describe it. And I've just missed fresh air. So I am very much looking forward to getting some fresh air in. I've not got it open at the moment because there is another ship next to us and I'm filming, but I will open it. Now I need to unpack, and I've got a lot of stuff in my case, I've got a lot of stuff in my backpack, and I've got another little TUI bag that I put some stuff in as well. And it's quite disorganized. I've got this bag as well, which is just all my food, so that can stay as it is. The only other thing that didn't fit was this and another packet of crackers, but that's all right. I just need to find a place for all this, but maybe the bedside is a good place for it. I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do with my 700 notebooks because I don't have my big desk now. So they'll probably all go in a drawer of one of those bedside tables. The drawers are really good, they're really spacious, so that's nice. But I'm gonna unpack. I don't think I'm gonna do it on camera. I think I'm just gonna do it and play some music, and I might see you after and tell you about it. I might not. I'm also going to try and speak to my parents, just waiting for them to message me, so we shall see. Hello. So I was just busy unpacking, and I mentioned in that last clip that everything's in reverse and I'm not used to it. Well, I went into the bathroom to put something away, and I realised that of course that's in reverse too, to what I'm used to. So that really threw me off. It took me a second to sort of figure out which way I was going because the bathroom was on the way that I thought the sink would be. It just confused me, but that'll take no time to get used to, I imagine. I just wanted to share that. I thought it was funny. I'll see you later.